Stiff, huh? All right. So let's start out with a little stretch to prepare for meditation. I'd like us to see about leaning towards one knee to open up the hips a little bit and lengthen the back. All right, so keep the back tall as you lean over one knee, and just feel that stretch in the in the butt muscle, in the leg, a little bit in the thigh maybe, and then come on back up, and we'll try the other direction over the other leg. All right, just hang on there for a few moments. We really want to feel the pull. It's not important to get your head down to your knee, but we really want to feel that pull in the hips and the butt. And then come on up. The other place we want to get briefly is the hamstring, and we'll come back to this one, but go ahead and stretch out one leg and use your hands behind your back to help you lean forward a little bit. And just sit up straight. That should probably be enough to feel a pull in the hamstring. Just sitting up straight. You don't even have to lean forward at all. All right? And the other thing is to point your toes up as opposed to out. Yeah, yeah. I get that pull there going. All right, and then switch to the other leg. Try the other side when you're ready. Same thing. Lengthen the back up. You can kind of point your body towards that leg. See how it feels, pointing the toes to one side versus straight up. All right. And then let's take the right knee, bending it like so, and the left leg behind you for pigeon. This is a nice opener for both hips. The left hip gets the front side of the leg where the leg connects to the pelvis, and the right leg you're getting kind of a deep stretch in the right hip, a little bit deeper here. Okay, and then go ahead and lean back down, and we'll switch. Actually, before we switch, let's just take advantage of the left leg being straight out like this, and get a little pull to the inside hip here. This part of the leg, the inside. All right. Some people can bring their head all the way down to their knee. We don't want to do that, but we don't need to do that, I should say. But we're just opening up this hip. I get a sense of try to keep your knees separated as much as possible. I'm just kind of leaning in this direction, and this is where the pull is, right in here, this part of the leg. Yeah. All right. Okay, then let's bend the left knee. We'll lift the right knee up, bend the left knee, and then straighten the right leg out behind you. Turn so that your knee is on the ground. The right knee is on the ground. Again, getting a little stretch there out of that hip. Here's another thing you can try: looking over your left shoulder and then looking over your right shoulder. Just going back and forth like that. Okay, and then coming back onto the bottom, and bring the feet together, soles of the feet, hands behind the back, and let the knees come down a little bit. Now we're really working on the insides of the hips. All right. Okay, and then we can stretch both legs out. Arms reach up. Inhale. And exhale, fold over both legs. Toes, feet together, toes pointing up. Just get a little stretch in the back of the legs here. It's totally okay to round your back. All right, and then coming up, have a seat when you're ready. Yeah, take your time. Take your time. Yeah, find a comfortable place to sit. I love having my legs parallel. This is a very comfortable spot for my knees. If your knees don't fall down, come down to the ground, that's okay. One of the things that can help with that is getting your knees wider, further apart, and create some more space between the knees. So to have the heels in alignment, these heels lined up. Yeah, whatever they do, but don't force it. Don't force it. All right. Let's take a deep breath in. Exhale through the mouth. Relax the shoulders. You can have the eyes lowered but kept open. And I want to introduce you to another set from the Yoga Sutras here. This one, this is from section 210 and 211. These two sutras are a pair. Te prati prasava heya suksma. In subtle form. These obstacles, right, these 5 obstacles that we've been talking about to yoga, can be destroyed by resolving them back into their primal cause, which is the ego. And number 11 says, Jnana heyas tad ritaya. Dhyana means meditation. In their active state, they can be destroyed by meditation. Okay, so what are we talking about here? We have obstacles to our practice, prevents us from practicing, right? Anger, resentment, ego is the basic one, ignorance, right? Clinging to bodily life. These things pull us away from practicing yoga, from finding some degree of peace of mind. And they come in a potential form and in an active form. There's these 2 forms that they show up in. Those obstacles are within us in a inactive state sometimes, all of the time, or they're in an active state. We're actively manifesting them. And we can't do very much about them other than bring a sense of mindfulness to what we are experiencing. Bringing a sense of mindfulness. So when, for example, when anger, when resentment shows up in your consciousness, what we do is bring mindfulness to it. We watch it, we notice it without acting upon it immediately. And what that mindfulness does is weakens that obstacle, sends it back down, sends it back into the unconscious. Right? So let's just take a moment to know, even if you don't have any active obstacles right now, know that they're in their dormant state, and just to be aware of them. They're there. We any one of us can be triggered into an angry state of mind, clinging to bodily life, attachment, aversion, all of those things. Any one of us can be triggered and pulled away from our natural state. It's all within us. We just bring some mindfulness to it, mindful attention. There's also the positive things that are in us, right? Compassion, joy, equanimity, those are also there, either in an active state or in an inactive state. This is the yogic understanding of mind, of the mind. And all this stuff is within us. So let's take maybe a minute of silence and just practice mindful awareness of these various obstacles, as well as the things that bring us freedom, compassion, forgiveness, wisdom, all of those things. Because I'm not much better at this than any of you guys. I experience these things too. So we just do the practice together, that's all. Just bring in some mindfulness to whatever might be present, but to also be aware of what is latent in us. All right, now let's let go of that. Let's go. Let that go for now, and return to this movement, rocking left and right. So we bring mindfulness to the body now. So what we're practicing when we're doing hatha yoga like this is we're bringing mindfulness to the body, and that same mindfulness can be trained to the mind as well. We can become mindful of